Welcome to The Deep Dive. We're the podcast where we sift through stacks of information and hand you the really potent insights. Today, we're on a bit of a mission, actually. We want to unpack the whole world of making money online. Now, you've probably seen the ads, heard the buzz, right? But our sources today, they cut through all that noise. They get into the real talk, how you can genuinely earn income with, well, basically just a computer or phone and an internet connection.
Indeed. And what's really striking from our research is just how accessible these opportunities seem to be. It's not just, pie in the sky stuff. The methods suggest you could realistically pull in, say, $100 a day, maybe more, even as side cash, potentially, without having to ditch your regular job. The key thing, though, the real core distinction we need to explore is understanding the two main ways money flows online. We're talking active income versus passive income.
Okay, right. Let's dig into that. Active versus passive. We're going to look at, I think it's 10 distinct ways you can start earning. And for each one, we'll figure out, is this an active hustle, time for money? Or is it more of that hands-off, passive play that aims for ongoing returns? This difference, our sources really hammer home, is fundamental. It's how money works online. So active income first.
Our sources draw a really clear line here. It sounds, well, a lot like your typical 9-to-5 job, basically.
That's exactly it. With active income, you're directly trading your time, your skills, your effort for money. If you start working, the payments generally stop too. It's a very direct exchange.
But then there's passive income, which, let's be honest, sounds like the holy grail for a lot of people, doesn't it? It really does. And what's fascinating about the idea of passive income is the promise, right? You put in the significant work up front, just once, theoretically, and then the money, again, in theory, just keeps rolling in. Maybe with minimal ongoing effort, you might need to do some promotion, maybe some updates, but the direct hour-by-hour labor isn't supposed to be there. Understanding that difference is just crucial for seeing the potential and, frankly, the challenges of each method we're about to discuss.
Okay, good distinction. Let's jump into some of those active income methods then, the ones our sources highlight. We'll start with one most people probably know. First up, Upwork. Yeah, you've likely heard of Upwork. It's a giant in the freelance world. Right. Businesses, individuals, they go there to outsource just a huge range of services. We're talking article writing, video editing, app development, coding, you name it. And it's often mentioned because the barrier to entry seems low. Like if you're good at something, you can offer it there.
Right, but what our sources really stress, maybe beyond just having a good profile, is that finding real success on Upwork often comes down to niching. So instead of trying to do everything, maybe focus on a specific high-demand skill, like AI content strategy or maybe advanced data visualization, something specific that lets you target better clients, command higher rates. It's about finding that unique value you offer.
Okay, matching down. Good tip. So from that broad freelancing, our sources then point to something a bit more task-oriented. Amazon MTurk, Mechanical Turk. This platform, it specializes in what they call HIT's human intelligence tasks. These are the jobs that are, well, too tricky for computers right now.
Exactly. Yeah, HITs. They can range from things like audio editing, transcribing audio files, translating short bits of text, testing web pages for bugs, or even writing quick product reviews. Yeah. Now, individual tasks might not pay a lot, just pennies sometimes, but our sources indicate if you get efficient stack-up tasks, you could potentially earn maybe $20 to $30 an hour. It's definitely a legitimate active income stream, though it is very much active work.
Right, requires focus. Okay, moving from the purely virtual to something more real world, I guess. Rover, our sources highlight Rover, showing how even looking after pets can be a solid active income. It's a dog sitting service, big in the US and Canada right now. You just sign up as a dog sitter and you get paid to basically babysit dogs, either in your place or theirs.
And the earning potential seems pretty compelling, actually. Our sources suggest sitters can make maybe $80 to $100 a night. So you're booking clients fairly consistently. That could easily become, hundreds of dollars a week, as one source put it, just for providing a safe spot for someone's dog.
Not bad if you like dogs. And what if you have a specific skill you can teach? There's takelessons.com. This is a platform where you can teach pretty much any skill you have. Languages, cooking, musical instruments, even helping someone with complex math problems. It's about monetizing what you know that someone else wants to learn. Okay, and the last one in this active income batch, Fiverr, another name most people probably recognize. It's a huge freelance site, kind of unique because services or gigs famously started at just $5, though many cost more now. The range of services is just immense. Animations, logo design, web design, mobile design, SEO, helping websites rank on Google, Photoshop work, 3D modeling, even designing custom t-shirts. It's really striking, just the sheer variety of skills you can directly sell.
That diversity really is something. But with all these options, Upwork, mTurk, Rover, Fiverr, Takelessons, what do the sources say about the very first step? For someone listening who thinks, okay, I want to try this active income thing, where do they start? Is it about figuring out their best skill or checking the market? And are there common mistakes people make when they first try to jump onto these platforms?
That's a really important question. And yeah, the research points pretty consistently to this. First, identify your most marketable skill, something you're genuinely good at. Then, crucially, do some quick market research on these platforms. See if there's actual demand for it, see what others are charging. And a common pitfall, absolutely, trying to be a jack of all trades, spreading yourself too thin. The sources suggest the most successful people often carve out a specific niche and really become the go-to expert for that thing. Okay, so that covers earning by the hour, by the task, trading your time directly for money, active income. But what about that other side? What if you could do the work once and then have it pay off again and again? That brings us to the sometimes elusive but definitely attainable world of passive income. And first up in the passive realm, a big one, YouTube. Millions watch videos every day, right? But maybe not everyone realizes the income potential behind the videos. Now, to get monetized, if you're starting a new channel, our sources say you need to hit two main targets, 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. And that's within the last 12 months.
Right, those are the gatekeeper stats. But once you do meet those criteria, the earning potential can be, huge. The data suggests anywhere from just a few dollars, honestly, up to thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars for the really big channels. It depends heavily on views, viewer engagement, how consistently you post good content, even how long your videos are. And it's not just ads. YouTube offers other ways to earn, like paid sponsorships, though usually you need around 10K subscribers for those, and affiliate marketing, which we'll touch on more later.
Interesting. Okay, staying within that sort of creator content space, but shifting platforms, Amazon Kindle publishing. Our sources point this out as another powerful way to potentially earn passive income. You basically turn your ideas, your knowledge into an ebook, and then you earn a royalty every single time someone buys it on Amazon. The cool part, you don't need a traditional publisher, none of that. You can write it yourself. Or you could even hire someone, a ghostwriter, to write it for you based on your outline.
Yeah, and while it's, as the sources say, absolutely free to sign up and list your book, and Amazon handles the money side, it's important to stress that passive here doesn't mean zero effort after launch. Not at all. The real work is writing a genuinely good book, something people want to read, understanding the right niche market. And often, you still need to actively promote it, especially at first. But the potential payoff, it can be really substantial. We saw figures mentioning some individuals making over $100,000 just from Kindle books.
Wow, okay. Sticking with Amazon for a moment, there's also the Amazon Associates program. This is their affiliate marketing program. Our sources call it one of the most popular and relatively easy ways to get started with passive income through affiliate marketing. You just sign up, it's free. Then you promote Amazon products using a special tracking link they give you. When someone clicks your link and buys something, you earn a commission.
That's the gist of it. The commission rate typically varies by product category, but it's often somewhere in the 5% to 10% range. One thing to note is the payout timing. You usually get paid about 60 days after the purchase is made, and you can get your earnings in a few ways. Amazon gift cards, direct bank transfer if you're in the US, checks, or even just as credit on your own Amazon account. It's a very accessible starting point for affiliate stuff.
Right, accessible seems key there. Okay, shifting gears a bit, there's ClickBank. This is a different kind of marketplace. ClickBank focuses mainly on digital products. Think online courses, software, services. It acts as a bridge, connecting the people who create these products with affiliates who want to promote them.
Yeah, ClickBank is interesting. What really stands out, according to our sources, is the potential for much higher commission rates compared to something like Amazon Associates. While some products might offer only 5%, others can go much higher. We saw mentions of affiliates offering as much as 75% commission on their digital products. Now, that obviously creates potential for some serious earnings. Affiliates promoted the right products effectively report making hundreds or even thousands of dollars.
75% commission, that's quite high. Okay, what if your skills are more visual or auditory? Enter Shutterstock. Shutterstock is a huge platform for buying and selling digital media. We're talking high-quality photos, music tracks, video clips, mostly created by freelance contributors. So if you're good with a camera, good at making music or shooting video, this is a direct route to potentially monetize that talent passively.
Well, passively after the creation and upload, that is. With Shutterstock, you earn a commission. Could be just a few cents, could be a few dollars every time someone downloads and licenses your photo or your music clip, whatever it is. The trick to earning well here, as our sources suggest, isn't just about one perfect shot. It's about volume and consistency. Regularly uploading a lot of diverse, high-quality media that meets what businesses and creators are actually searching for.
Consistency, right. Okay, next up, Flippa. This one's a bit different. It's described as the #1 marketplace for buying and selling online businesses. Think of it like eBay, but specifically for digital assets. Things like established websites that are already making money, mobile apps, domain names, even profitable Shopify stores or Amazon FBA accounts. FBA, for those who don't know, is fulfillment by Amazon, where Amazon handles storing and shipping products for sellers.
Flippa is really fascinating when you step back and look at the bigger picture, isn't it? Because it treats these digital creations, websites, apps, online stores as actual, tangible, sellable assets, just like you'd sell a physical store. You can build an online business, make it profitable, and then sell it on Flippa. Or you can buy an existing one that's already generating income. It really signifies, I think, an evolution in how we view the online economy. These aren't just hobbies, they're becoming investable businesses.
That's a great point. It legitimizes the whole online business space in a new way. Okay, and finally, one more very popular, though sometimes controversial, model, drop shipping. This is an e-commerce method where you sell products online, but you never actually handle the inventory or shipping yourself. You're essentially acting as a broker or a middleman. The typical setup involves creating an online store, maybe using Shopify, and then linking it with a platform like Oberlo to source products, often from manufacturers overseas.
Right. And the process in theory is simple. A customer buys a product from your online store at the retail price you set. You then take that order, turn around, and buy the same product from the manufacturer or supplier, but at a lower wholesale price. And here's the key. The manufacturer ships the product directly to your customer. You never physically touch it. You set your price, you pay the supplier, and you keep the difference, the profit margin. Now, our sources do caution that it can be a bit complicated to start. There's a learning curve, especially with finding reliable suppliers, handling customer service for products you haven't seen, and mastering online advertising to actually get customers. But they also note it definitely has a ton of money potential if you can navigate those complexities successfully.
Right? Complexity, but potential. So, okay, we've covered a lot. What does this all boil down to for you listening right now? I think the main takeaway is that the spectrum of ways to make money online is just incredibly broad. It really ranges from, directly trading your specific skills for immediate cash, all the way to building these more complex business models that, once they're set up and running, could potentially generate income with less direct day-to-day effort from you. What an incredible deep dive this has been. We've gone from freelancing skills on Upwork and Fiverr to building maybe longer-term passive income through YouTube content or publishing on Kindle. Even looking at the nuts and bolts of dropshipping, it seems really clear for all our sources that whether you're just after some quick side cash or you're aiming for something more substantial, more automated, there genuinely seems to be something out there for almost every level of expertise and, importantly, time commitment you're willing to put in.
Exactly. I think that's the consistent theme, isn't it? The accessibility. For almost anyone with an internet connection, these paths are, at least theoretically, open. And beyond just the money, it really challenges our old ideas about what work looks like, about employment, about financial growth. It points towards a future where maybe your earning potential isn't so rigidly tied to one location or a fixed 9-to-5 schedule.
Yeah, a real potential shift. So as you, our listener, reflect on all these different pathways we've explored today, here's a final thought to maybe chew on. Which of these methods, active or passive, really resonates with the skills you already have? Or maybe which one sparks a completely new curiosity in you, something you'd want to learn more about? And how might that insight, that little spark, shape the very next step you take in navigating this constantly evolving online economy?